What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny, back in here with another reaction video. Today's video, politically incorrect. Never heard of this track before. Like I said, man, my gang is hitting me up with a lot of good ones, so I'm taking them off as they come. And politically incorrect because it seemed like something, that just really fits for today's narrative, how the world is going right now. And I'm sure that Tom delivered a powerful message in this one. So it'll be the first of many bangers from Tom. Hit the like button for me if you can. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Trying to run it up to 1 million so we can enlighten the masses and understand why some people think the way they think, and hopefully open some minds and bridge some gaps so we could enjoy this thing called freedom in the U.S. of A. So if you like the video, share it for me if you could, please.
My generation's afraid of opinions. Y'all so intolerant. They're ashamed of themselves because they're privileged and white, or they're black and the opposite. You get charged with harassment for hugging a woman or giving a...
Already, before I get too deep in it, personal opinion, I want to say the average black person nowadays isn't growing up in poverty. And I say because everything is based on context, right? And everyone has a car nowadays. Most families have cars. Even if you're living with a single mama, you got a car. You probably got a 32-inch TV or bigger. You have a cell phone, which has internet. And so you have connection to the whole world. So you have the same resources to create wealth as anyone else in this world. Versus when I was growing up, man, my dad never had a car because he stayed in trouble with the cops. My mother passed away not knowing how to drive. So poverty is like you really stuck in that environment, food stamps, everything. So the average person nowadays has access to wealth. There's a lot of black kids in private school nowadays. There's a lot of kids who can get out of those neighborhoods. There's vouchers for charter schools. So as we move forward, the masses, our minds have to stop thinking that anyone has a better opportunity than anyone else outside of your parents are millionaires or something.
Compliment. Y'all way too sensitive yet offended to death. Bring all the coffins in. I swear that y'all are mad at everything that don't affect your life. Hey, I swear that y'all believe that being offended just means that you're right. Hey, I swear that y'all just...
One more time. How many people are tired of the if Kyle was black, this case would be different? I'm so tired of comparisons. Can we just live our life and be individuals and not spend every day comparing ourselves to every one person, thing around us?
Just want to be the only ones who everyone lies. Hey, I swear if I swear at you ninnies, you probably so triggered you cry. And nobody wants to be real. Everyone's scared of how everyone feels. We become so ultra sensitive and hyper tolerant that honestly, honesty gonna be illegal. It's crazy y'all get so shocked and bothered from people saying things that aren't responsible. If that seems logical, y'all are weak then. If someone says retard, it ruins your weekend. And that's retarded. My hair been in braids cause it looks hella awesome. Y'all like to scream I appropriate culture, but I don't hear nothing. I'm paying homage. Y'all are just trying to get likes on your comments, googling quotes that are socially conscious, and saying you're woke doesn't make you a prophet. It makes you a liar and stupid obnoxious. Always on that blah blah. Y'all should keep it to yourselves. Miss me with that drama. You must think I'm someone else, cause y'all don't wanna with me, cause I don't feel the pressure. No, I will not be censored. I'm not afraid, that's why they with me.
Hey, one thing I say is, man, you only got one human experience. Don't limit it for anybody else. We live in a world to where everything that you say is criticized and scrutinized 50 different ways. And you got to become bulletproof. Every video I do, you expect somebody in the comments to dislike it or to tell you should have did this or you should have said that or it shouldn't have came, or the way this came off, I didn't like that. And you got to accept, man, not everybody is going to understand everything that you say or do. But if you're comfortable with yourself and your God is comfortable with it, ignore the world, man. You cannot serve two masters. So if you're comfortable, when you lay your head on your pillow every night If you lay down and feel like you did a good service to the world, that you didn't do no dirt, you don't have to worry about no negative karma coming back towards you, and you do not have to worry about what anybody else's opinion of you. I'm a firm believer that if a person can control you with words, you will always be a slave to that person. So you have to disconnect yourself from everything that's worldly.
With me, my name will be remembered, and I will live forever. I bet y'all hate that y'all are stuck with me. Happy Halloween, for one evening only, you wear what you want. Unless it's a poncho, a headdress, or afro, you'll piss someone off. Hey, I'd say Merry Christmas, but I know that it's about to be gone. If religious freedom's such a dire issue, why you dress like a priest in October for fun? Don't let them censor your thoughts. Don't let them make you regret that you talked. Don't let them tell you that nice is the law, trying to make you all righter when nothing is wrong. Yeah, words hurt you, clothes hurt you, memes hurt you, jokes hurt you, we hurt you. Half the time you don't even probably know what hurt you, but you're super mad. Trust, we heard you. You a pawn in a broken system. Are you triggered much? You been showing symptoms. Y'all are so addicted to being hopeless victims. Y'all can crash a plane and blame the road conditions. And your only sickness is your social vision. Makes you scared of choices, but you pro-decision. So you march a lot, but never go the distance. Yelling way too loud until no one listens. Always on that blah, blah. Y'all should keep it to yourselves. Miss me with that drama. You must think I'm someone else. Cause y'all don't wanna with me. Cause I don't feel the pressure. No, I will not be censored. I'm not.
And the other, to piggyback off that, the more you step into your light and realize that you can say what you want and you can do what you want, the more you enlighten other people to do it as well. Like, me making these videos, I have no idea who sees it. No clue at all. But someone is going to hear something that I say and it changes the way they move, changes the way they think, changes the way they approach life. And all it takes is one person to spark change in this world. And that's what's massively needed. So while a lot of people spend time saying, well, I don't want to say this, or I don't want to do that, or what if they don't like me, or what if they judge me, or what if they get offended, think about who stays stuck in the matrix if you don't open your mouth. You can spend your time thinking about who's going to take this quote offensive, or who needed to hear that offensive quote so it could wake them up. You know, some things sting when you hear them. But, you know, I was raised by my grandfather, and one thing he said, you know, is eat the meat and spit out the bones. You got to know what's good for you and what's not. And if I'm not listening to the message because I'm more concerned about who the messenger is, then I'm always going to miss something that could potentially help me in life. You know, another quote that I really love is, no man is your friend, no man is your enemy, every man is your teacher. Because everyone has a different life experience, and something they've been through you may eventually face in life. So I can sit back and I can judge you for the things you say, or I can just listen, and I can observe and gain knowledge and gain wisdom. We got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, and we're at a point to where we listen, but we don't listen to hear, we listen to respond. And as Tupac said, you got to pay attention to when the beat have became more important than the lyrics, and our lyrics are real short, real catchy, so our brain doesn't have to process anything. And it's mind control, it's brain control, it's brainwashing, and it makes you more insecure within yourself. And you don't want to fully express your masculinity. And once we get comfortable within that, I think that, because men don't have a problem with talking to each other. We haven't been taught how to have positive conflict resolution without getting offended or getting triggered. I'm a firm believer that men shouldn't get triggered. That bothers some people when I say that, but as a man, if you're the leader of a family, you got to be the calm one. If the house is on fire, you got to make sure your wife is straight. You got to make sure your kids are straight. You got to get the dog. There's so much that goes on you as a man. You can't be the one running around flustered, or everything under you is going to fall apart. So that's a touchy subject for some people, but I'm a firm believer that as a man, God put us on this earth to be the front line, to be the fighters, to be the warriors, and to die for your family if needed, and or country.
Not afraid, that's why they with me. My name will be remembered, and I will live forever. I bet y'all hate that y'all are stuck with me. You look like the devil, you sound like some Christians. You just want a medal for asking permission. You just want a pat on the back in addition to being so tolerant. Fine, I admit it, you're nicer, you're better, you're righter, you're brilliant. Most sensitive creatures in all of existence. My freedom of thought should be censored with prison. The world would be better if we weren't so different. Always on that blah, blah. Y'all should keep it to yourselves. Miss me with that drama. You must think I'm someone else. Cause y'all don't wanna with me. Cause I don't feel the pressure. No, I will not be censored. I'm not afraid, that's why they with me. My name will be remembered, and I will live forever. I bet y'all hate that y'all are stuck with me.
Man, you're politically incorrect. When did I have to find a quote, and I don't know if I know exactly what's off head, but I'll try to post it in the description or in the comments. Politically correctness is all a cover up for communism, because we got freedom of speech, and I don't have to like what you say, but I respect your right to say it. Like you can say whatever you want, and it's up to me if I take offense or not. Being offended is a choice, and we are pretending that the minute you hear something, you have to get triggered, and that's the difference that separates us as humans from every other animal. If the doorbell goes off, that dog runs. But as an adult, as a man, as a woman, whatever you are, with a thinking individual, you can hear something say, do I want to be sad or not? Do I want to be angry or not? So when you understand you got supreme control of your emotions, then you got to look at life differently. Because you don't have to be irrational. You don't have to be illogical. I could be really disappointed in something you've done. I mean, I could be heartbroken. But I don't have to be crying and falling out and pretending I can't control myself. All of those things are tactics used to manipulate people. And psychology teaches you that. And so once we become more comfortable and knowing what separates us from every other animal, we'll understand why we look at God and say he made us as the highest form, his highest creation in his image, because every other animal just fits into their environment. They're stray cats, I'm sure, just roaming around finding food and finding places to sleep. As humans, we're the only one who can think of, where do I want to be? Where do I want to go? How do I get there? What steps do I take? And that's why I'm a firm believer that the Father and I are one. And that's why I believe that if I can sit down and consciously plan out my life and roadmap it, then every other human being can as well. A ship with no captain has no aim to go anywhere. It's just, running aimlessly. But you give that captain a map, and 99.9% of the time, it reaches its destination. And you are the captain of your ship. And do you want to limit where that ship goes because you want to be politically incorrect? Or are you comfortable to drive your ship wherever you go because you understand that God has a purpose for you? And that purpose could be bigger than what these other humans on earth, they don't want you to reach your full potential. What DJ Khaled said, they don't want you to win. A book that I want to put out there today, because I'm a firm believer that, there's so much information that we're all being drowned in a sense. And it's called Amusing Ourselves to Death by Neil Postman. And it says public discourse in the age of show business. And when you get into it, it'll just show everything is a mass distraction from what's really going on. And we've turned politics into a reality show. We've turned everything that used to be real, that used to have meaning, we've turned it into a game. And that's why morality is going down, how sensitive we are to violence and things like that is going down. And it's all connected. So step out of that politically correct box, if that's what it is. I guess, yeah, politically correct. And just be fully yourself. If today was your last day on earth, would you want to say I spent this day speaking the way other people wanted me to speak, doing the things other people wanted me to do, behaving the way other people wanted me to behave? Or would you want to say that I lived my last day to my fullest human experience and had the greatest God-given day that any man or woman could have? I'm just a firm believer, man. The more you expand yourself and push out, the more you'll give back. Everything is energy. Like attracts like. So, get in line with the laws of the universe and get ready for a abundant life, Until next time, spread love, spread positive vibes. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Always remember that no faith is needed around you when there is unlimited faith within you. And like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We are out.